lights, the candle. I'd like to invite you to remember that your light is always shining. And sometimes we just need that spark to remind us of the gift we are to the world. Welcome to Unity of Mesa. My name's Reverend Mindy Tucker, and I serve as co-minister here in this amazing, enlightened, vibrant, energized community. And serving today with me on the platform is Jean Arlotti. On the piano is Jean Crandall. We welcome for the first time Elise Stoffer. And our lesson today is given by the other co-minister, Reverend Nickie Golden. So we welcome you into spiritual community. We welcome you if you are watching online, knowing that you are in your right and perfect place at the right and perfect time. Because in unity, we affirm three very great truths about ourselves. The first is that we are beloved expressions of God. Try that on for yourself with the I am. I am a beloved expression of God. The second truth that we affirm in unity is that you are here for a holy purpose. It's a purpose of healing. It's a purpose of reconciliation. It's a purpose of truly shining your light in the world. So say that for yourself from the I am. I am here for a holy purpose. And the third truth is that we're at the right place at the right time always. We are where we are, where we need to be, where we want to be, where we desire to be by divine appointment. So I am in the right place at the right time right now. Let's say that together. I am in the right place at the right time right now. We make these statements with integrity because we know above and beyond all things that there's only one presence and one power active in the universe and in our world. As we come together in spiritual community at Unity of Mesa, we have a guiding statement, and Jean is going to lead us through that.
Thank you for sharing your love and light with us today. Please know that your soul is welcome here. And to remind us of why we come together, let's share our guiding statement. We are here to experience more of the fullness of who we truly are in order to transform the world. All are welcome here.
Stand in as you are able. We're going to sing Resurrect Your Soul.
Resurrect your soul. Resurrect your soul. Wake up and behold. Open your eyes and see. You are your destiny. Resurrect your soul. Let your truth unfold. This is your season, your time. Renew your heart and your mind. Resurrect your soul. Wake up and behold. Open your eyes and see. You are your destiny. Resurrect your soul. Let your truth unfold. This is your season, your time. Renew your heart and your mind. Resurrect your soul. Wake up and behold. Open your eyes and see. You are your destiny. Resurrect your soul. Let your truth unfold. Now is your season, your time. Renew your heart and your mind. Renew your heart and your mind.
Thank you to Marianne, who's joining us on the platform for the first time. She'll be seeing her every week. And maybe, no, you're just thanking you, and maybe Anna will come too.
And this is Volunteer Appreciation Sunday, and we have a lot of appreciation to do for very important people. Those are our Board of Trustees that has very smoothly been running this church for the last several years. and put in hours and hours every month of special service. So you guys know who you are, so start walking forward. And each one of you are going to get a flower here. And then we can give our applause at the very end. Are you ready? I've got my list just to make sure. Arn Richardson, Louise Zeman, Karen Pfeiffer, Erica Bowman, Tamara Stephen Chavez, Reverend Mickey, Reverend Mindy Tucker, and Reverend Nickie Golden. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you.
And in gratitude, well, thank you. We've got one standing ovation. Let's bless these volunteers for their incredible leadership and relentless commitment to upholding the purpose and the mission of Unity of Mesa. Together we say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. Thank you so much for your service. If you see one of these beautiful souls, or both Reverend Nickie and I serve on the board as well, you can have the opportunity after service to say thank you. Yay! Let your inner child
Don't you love it?
come out.
Our board members are a little bit naughty, but that's the best kind to have.
All right, give it to your grandma first.
Sorry. Good morning, everyone. I am blessed to have the lovely Haven with me this morning, and she's going to be saying our youth affirmation. But I just wanted to let you know that the affirmations that we say here every Sunday, they relate to the lessons we're doing over in the annex. And so at the moment, we're working on a series that's all about building community. And really, we've been working on that ever since we regathered after our time when we weren't able to do that so much. So we're loving that, building community. And today the kids will be working on heart agreements in their classes. So Haven is going to lead us in the affirmation.
I belong in my nurturing and my amazing community. Say it with me. I belong in my nurturing and amazing community.
Children, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. Thank you, Miss Julie. If you catch a fragrance of the unseen like that, you will not be able to be contained. You will be out in empty sky. Any beauty the world has, any desire will easily be yours. As you live deeper in the heart, the mirror gets clearer and clearer. Shams of Tabriz realized God in himself. When that happens, you have no anxieties about losing anyone or anything. You break the spells that human difficulties cause. Interpretations come, hundreds, from all the religious symbols and parables and prayers. You know what they mean when the presence lives in you.
Lately it seems
I've lost inspiration. It feels like it's miles away. I sleep through the day. I cry through the nighttime. I'm caught in an empty space. It takes effort to fight. I don't have the strength. I'm holding on to what's still left of me. When the life you had planned slowly slips through your hands, when it feels like you've just slept through all the best years of your life, when you can't find the way, when each day ends the same, when you've lost the fight inside of you, is there anything worth holding on to? It's hard to be strong when weakness is stronger. I'm a prisoner in my own skin. I'm not good on my own. I need to be cared for. Someone help these days begin. There are dreams I've let die that I've just pushed aside. I need to find out how to turn the dark back into light when all warmth disappears. When it's been one of those years when you're running from the truth because you're scared what you might find. When the heart's beyond repair, when you wake and no one's there, when your home consists of only you, is there anything worth holding on to? Maybe tomorrow my heart will reawaken and I can find what I've been searching for. But today I'm tired and I'm running out of strength. All I know is I can't live like this anymore. When you're so far from home and you've lost all signs of hope, when you're searching for salvation and it feels so far away, when the heart's beyond repair, when you wake and no one's there, when there's nothing left inside of you, is there anything worth holding on to? 'Cause I will still be holding on to anything worth holding on to.
Wow, thank you, Elise, Stoffer, and Jenn Crandall. Let's give them another hand. That was beautiful. Did that song touch your heart? Yes. Have you ever had that feeling? Is there anything worth holding on to? Yes, I've had it too. The beauty of the unity teachings is that we may have those moments of feeling like there's nothing to hold on to. And what we know beyond those moments is that we are never alone and that we are being held by our own divinity in all moments, but sometimes it doesn't feel like that. And our job, I believe, as spiritual beings having a human experience. And our job as spiritual community is to remind ourselves that we are never alone and that there is something within us that is expressing itself in all moments, even on those moments we feel like there's not. That's the beauty of spiritual community. When I feel like I'm at my wit's end and I'm ready to give up, somebody comes along and they remind me of who I am. They remind me that while in this moment I'm struggling with something, that beyond the struggle is a new level of joy. It's my task to learn to live from my soul so I can experience that new level of joy. And when I'm not in resistance, then I'm not in suffering. So when I can ride the wave of what's happening, when I can even find a way to celebrate my frustration, my anger, my loneliness, then that opening will happen organically. And when I haven't been able to make it open organically, somebody will come along and there'll be a smile. Somebody will come along and they'll say, hey, I was thinking about you. I want to give you this prayer. I've been thinking about you. Wow, how beautiful that somebody's thinking about us at a time when we're feeling the depth of despair at times, when we're feeling the difficulty of living from our souls. The beauty, too, of Unity Teachings is it teaches us how to do it even in the midst of strife, even in the midst of crisis, even in the midst of difficulty. And it teaches us to do it in the midst of joy, in the midst of our hallelujahs, in the midst of riding the wave to see how expansively we could live. So I want to share some things with you today. When we look at the Unity philosophy, we often talk about the threefold nature of humankind. Charles Fillmore, one of the co-founders of Unity, says the threefold nature of man. But that was his time, his culture. We're in a more expansive culture, humankind. So our spirit, our soul, and our body. Our spirit, sometimes we forget because it's not as tangible. But the spirit is that I am part of us. I am a beloved expression of God. That is an expression of our spirit. Let's say that again together. I am a beloved expression of God. That is an expression of that spirit. I am divine. Say that. I am divine. That's an expression of spirit. Anything that is the I am is an expression of the spirit within us. And I believe our task is to learn how to be expressing spirit all the time. The next piece is our soul. Now, in current Unity metaphysics, it's often called the mind, but it's the soul. And I want to share with you that if you came from a more foundational or fundamental type of religion, soul is a little bit different. So we look at soul here as the sum total of our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs. So it's the sum total of thoughts and feelings and beliefs. And we are always expressing our soul because we're always expressing our thoughts, our feelings, and our beliefs. When we have attitudes, we're actually expressing the belief that's under the attitude. So it may be conscious or it may be unconscious. The soul is that part of us that is actually deeply connected with spirit. And it's that part of us that then expresses spirit through our body. So I want to share what Eric Butterworth says. Spirit is in you. So we see this as a round circle with some lines in it, but spirit is in us. You and is you. You are spirit. It is the whole of you which may be expressing in part. It's the whole of you. This is awkward languaging, but this is Eric Butterworth. It's the whole of us, but we may be expressing in part. And what do I mean by that? Are you expressing your full on 100% divinity? I'm not. I'm working on it. I'm playing with it. I'm learning more and more each day as I grow and expand in consciousness. But what Eric Butterworth is really saying is, this is who we are. Express it fully. But sometimes we're only expressing it in part. And our task, I believe, in living from the soul is to learn how to express our soul, our spirit, and our body, mind, body, spirit, body, soul, spirit, whatever terminology you want to use, as fully as possible. And when we can get all of that in alignment, wow, then we are truly in the flow of life. But think about it for a moment. Is there an area in your life where you are not fully expressing your soul? And if you want to know, look at the results. Is there a place where you're struggling? Is there a place where you're pushing up against something that feels outside of you? Sometimes we have that. And it can be difficult. But when we remember, oh, there's just a piece of me that I'm not fully expressing. How do I come around and express that part of me more fully? One day, I was pulled up to go into the bank, and I was in a hurry, and I was not present, and I left my keys on my seat. This is when you had cars that you had to push the button down. Remember those way long ago? So I left the car. I had written out my deposit, and I had set my keys on the seat, and I got out of the car, and I locked the car, and I went into the bank, and I came back, and I reached into my pocket where I usually put my keys, and my keys were not there. And I thought, uh-oh. And I look in my car, and there on the seat were my car keys. And I had an appointment in just a few minutes, because, this stuff doesn't usually happen when you have the whole afternoon free. But I had an appointment, and I thought, oh, what am I going to do? And my first thought was like, so I did a little expressing in the parking lot. You got a few looks. But the beauty of that was then I affirmed that I wanted to have this resolve with ease. So I just spoke it out into the universe. This issue, this problem, as I am seeing it with my keys in the car and me on the outside and having an appointment, is going to be resolved with ease. And here comes a security guard for the parking lot. I didn't even know that parking lot had a security guard. But here he comes. He says, hey, you having a problem with something? I was thinking, I guess he noticed my, but I was so grateful for that expression. And within 5 minutes, he had my car door open, and I handed him $20 because I was grateful. Exchange of energy. I was so grateful, and I was on my way. I made my appointment. Everything went fully, and I was able to experience and allow unfold what I had affirmed, that it was going to unfold with ease. So I was applying our unity principles. I was affirmatively praying, and I was applying the principles. So in this instance of the car, I was actually expressing more of the whole of spirit than I might have a few years prior to beginning to understand those principles. But as we understand those principles, as we begin to apply those principles, as we begin to live from them, our life unfolds with greater ease. Emily Cady, who wrote Lessons in Truth, which is a foundational textbook of unity, says that we can either be in bondage to our experiences, or we can be in freedom by utilizing the principles. And so when we choose to utilize the principles, we get to have a different experience. We don't have to mark it good or bad or right or wrong. We're simply having a different experience. Now I want to take a look again at soul, since we talked about this. I've made spirit smaller, but remember, this is a whole. I'm deconstructing it so we can talk about it a little bit. Soul is that sum total of our thoughts and our beliefs and our actions and our feelings. Another way to look at it is soul is the superconscious, the conscious, and our subconscious. So what our superconscious is that's the Christ within us. That's the Christ presence that's within us. That's the spark of the divinity that is within us that we have available to utilize. We often speak here that we have all of the capacities of God within us already. It's up to us to open up and to begin to call them forth and to utilize them. For instance, with my car, I utilized my spiritual intelligence. I utilized my wisdom. I utilized my zeal. Even though the zeal was a zeal of frustration, I utilized my zeal. I called forth those powers or those capacities of God. And I moved through that experience quickly. I could have gotten bogged down in a sense of, why does this always happen to me? That's the to me, I'm at the effect of the world kind of consciousness that sometimes we come at our experiences with. And when I come at that experience of, why does this always happen to me? Why do I lock my keys in the car? What's going on? I could be like, oh, why did God do this to me? Which is sometimes where people go. Or why was I not thinking? Which is blame and criticism. It's just directed toward myself. But I'm in that victim stance, like as if I don't have any power to make anything different. But the moment I stepped into, I affirm that this process is going to be easy, that I'm going to be at my appointment on time, I moved into that by me. I affirmed, I prayed, I began to move the energy of the experience so that something different had the possibility to occur. Another way of looking at it is I could have gone, oh, this happens to me all the time, because when I was X years old, then our car always broke down and I was late to school, and I was so embarrassed because I had to fill out a tardy sheet and say that I was late. So we can have all of those different experiences, but the neat thing is we get to choose which one are we going to have. And sometimes in our subconscious mind, we're in that habit, which was what happened with the keys. We're in that habit. We do something habitually that we're not thinking about. The lovely thing is, the moment we bring our consciousness to it, we can shift into the conscious process. So the superconscious is that Christ within us. The consciousness is what we're aware of, and the subconscious is what we're not aware of. That's been our experience in life that we have collected, cataloged, and put in our bag of tricks, so to speak. You know, we all carry around a few bags that some of them really have positive things and some of them have experiences. We can call them whatever we want to. I won't belabor that one. And then our body is expressing our soul. So you might be saying, why are we talking about this? What I want you to hear, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is that the circumstance is neutral. The circumstance of what's going on is neutral. What we bring to the circumstance is what is occurring. That's our consciousness. That's our consciousness. That's the wholeness of spirit, soul, and body. What am I bringing to this experience? And usually we're bringing something from our past. And we do that whether things are really, whether things are usually considered to be positive or negative. So we can bring our positive things from the past, and we don't think about that very often. Wow, I'm just expecting to sail through this experience and have a really wonderful time. And I'm not thinking, oh, remember a time when something happened and I felt blank. That was not a feeling that I wanted to be feeling. Okay, so that's different. That's bringing our past forward. That is in a different place. So just like when thoughts held in mind, thoughts and feelings held in mind produce thoughts and feelings after their kind, we can do this with our subconscious and conscious experience also. We can expect the best. We can expect ourselves to move through something with ease, or we can expect that something's going to be rocky. And whatever that belief is part of our soul journey And whatever that belief is what we're going to begin to manifest. And the beauty of applying principle, the beauty of applying affirmations is that we can look at what's not working for us and we can make a shift in it. And we can say, if I'm believing that it will take me 30 minutes to get my keys out of the car and I will be late for my appointment, if I'm believing that, then I'll probably do some things subconsciously to create that to happen. But if I catch myself and I'm aware of what my thinking process is, then I can make the shift. See, it's not about never being in the subconscious mind. It's about noticing when we are and making a shift. Oh, I'm having that negative thought. I'm having that thought that doesn't serve me. I'm having that thought that I don't want. And I can shift that thought. I can shift it. Or I'm having that thought that I'm really struggling with, and I can call in a friend to support me in making the shift. There's all kinds of ways. The ways to do this are full of our potentiality. What I'm really talking about is, how do we respond to life? How are we responding to life? Are we living from our full divine capacity? Or am I having one foot in my divinity and one foot in my humanity? And am I making my humanity far bigger than my spiritual toolkit? Or am I willing to reach in and do something differently? We are called to respond to life. The teacher, Jesus, said, I came that you might have life abundantly. The teachings were there so we could live abundantly, which not only means with finance, finances, prosperity actually means well-being. I came that you could have well-being. I am well-being. Say that with me. I am well-being. I am. You are well-being. It's out there. It's available to us in all moments. Are we at a level of consciousness where we are willing to open our eyes and see that well-being, to experience that well-being? Or are we looking at blame and criticism? Are we looking at guilt? So guilt and criticism and blame all are ways that most of us, maybe not all of us, but many of us have been corralled and kept in line. Let's choose to give that up. Yeah, let's choose to give that up. Let's do it differently from this moment on. And we begin to do it by making a choice. We are called to respond to life. I am called to respond to life, the energy of life that's flowing through all of us, that's all around us, because that is one of our 12 powers. That's one of our capacities of God. So say with me, I am called to respond to life. I am called to respond to life. And as we respond to life, we are opening up possibilities. When I am in blame, my possibilities are limited. They're about this big. And many of us blame others, but many of us blame ourselves way more than we blame others. But this is where I'm at. I've got about 4 inches of possibility. But when I open up and I can respond to life, I've got 360 degrees of possibility. And it's up to me to see them. And my level of consciousness is going to have a whole lot to do with whether or not I can see the possibility. Joe Dispenza says, awareness comes first. Recognizing when and how those programmed responses take over is essential. When you move from the unconscious to the conscious, you begin to close the gap between how you appear and who you are. So you walk into a store and you're expecting somebody to say, welcome in. That's what happens here in Mesa. Welcome in. And you walk in the store and you're not feeling very good about yourself and nobody says, welcome into you. And you notice that and it catches something in you. And you feel a little funny, but you're not really quite sure what that is. So you're moving through the store and you're thinking, well, they didn't welcome me and nobody actually is talking to me either. Wow, this is a really unfriendly store. Yeah, this is some of what we do. We do it subconsciously quite often, but sometimes we do it consciously because we're kind of begin then to look for all the ways that nobody is welcoming us. And then we can go, oh, let me think about this for a moment. What's going on in my body? This is the body piece of it, spirit, soul, body. What's going on in my body? Oh, I'm feeling a little queasy in my stomach. What's that? Well, usually stomach is about fear. What am I afraid of? Oh, I'm afraid of not being seen. I'm afraid of not being heard. Where does that come from? That comes from my past, and I've now brought my past forward into this moment. Oh, I can take a breath because that's my past over there, and this is my present moment. And I can see the next person I see and say, good morning. How you doing? I can say hello. So then I'm not in the to me stage, I'm in the by me stage. Hello, how you doing? We might have a conversation. Maybe we're in the yarn section of Joann's because we're crafty. And we can have a conversation. What have you been knitting or crocheting lately? What have you been crafting lately? We can actually stand there for 15 or 20 minutes, and maybe the person who's with us is like, oh, this is just like my mother. I wish they would hurry up. And then they're in their own level of this habitual pattern. But when we can catch those habitual patterns, we can bring ourselves into the present moment. We can be present to what's actually happening here and now. And we can move forward. I want to show you a line. See the blue line? Above the line is open, curious, wonder, discovery. That's where we can live when we're actually being responsive to life. That's where we can live. When we're not taking response agility, and I really want you to hear that, response agility, then we're going to be more critical, closed, defensive, and blaming. So that's how I notice where I am. Did I come across blaming? Did I get critical toward myself? Did I feel defensive? Oh, I'm not taking my full responsibility. I'm not taking my full response agility. I'm not actually responding to the potentiality and the possibilities that are occurring in life. And it just takes a moment to get in our subconscious, and it takes consciousness to move into our conscious awareness. And I believe that this is what unity, spiritual philosophy is always teaching us. How do I notice where I am? I'm in my subconscious. I'm expecting things to occur that are not present in this moment. Oh, I can affirm I am present. Say that with me. I am present. I have all the capacities of God within me. I have all the capacities of God within me. I can respond to life. And when we do that, we've made an energetic shift. We've made an energetic shift. And so when we make that energetic shift, then what's going to come back to us is going to look different than it did before. If it's to be, it's up to me, it's up to you to make those shifts. When I want to talk just a little bit more about responsibility, oftentimes we hear that word and we contract because we think, oh, I'm going to be blamed. Whose responsibility is this? Have you heard that? Whose responsibility? But that's an inaccurate use of the word. What happened that this is happening? How did I organize myself to lock the keys in the car? How did I organize myself to be in this experience that I'm having that's actually neutral, that I'm going to bring my consciousness to? Emmett Fox says there's no such thing as undemonstrated consciousness. What it means is we're always demonstrating at the level of our consciousness. So if I'm spending my time to me, I'm going to demonstrate life for me that's happening to me. If I'm over here and by me, I'm going to be able to go, I have power over them over here in the journey. I'm able to say, well, I wonder, some wonder and curiosity, I'm going to discover. What can I learn about myself? How can I open to a possibility I not even see? Because in consciousness, it was not in my awareness. And then when we really recognize that we are it, then we know that we're standing in our power, that we're able to have an impact on the world. And that's part of what most of us would like to do, is have that impact, to know that we make a difference. Say it with me, I make a difference. You do make a difference. The very fact that you're here, you're making a difference. The very fact that you're here amongst like-minded people, you're going to leave here and you're going to be uplifted in a new way. You're going to leave here and you're going to be glowing differently, energetically, because people who are in that place of really recognizing their wholeness and recognizing when they're not actually operating out of their wholeness are going to look energetically different than somebody who's in over here in the to me. Now, I know that 2 weeks ago I talked about, or 3 weeks ago maybe, I talked about the stages or the states of consciousness, but I wanted to bring it home with a little bit more application today so that we can begin to see not only how they are, these states of consciousness that we cycle through all the time, but how do I utilize them in my life? And this is one of the ways to get open, curious, wonder, and discovery. To notice when we're critical, closed, defensive, and blaming, and not to blame ourselves for that, but to go back above the line and bring our curiosity to our own criticalness, to bring our discovery to our own blamingness, to love ourselves as much as we can in the midst of those feelings so that we're not making anything wrong. We're simply noticing the circumstances, affirming that the circumstances are neutral, and then recognizing that whatever we're bringing to those circumstances is our response to life. It could be a lot of fun, you guys. So Thomas More says, it's precisely because we resist the darkness, and I want to remind you that darkness is simply a capacity within us that we're not utilizing. That's the metaphysics of darkness. So it's precisely because we resist the darkness in ourselves that we miss the depths of loveliness, of beauty, of brilliance, of creativity, and joy that lie at our core. I believe that the beauty, the brilliance, the creativity, all of that is part of our spirit, the divine perfection of humankind, part of this threefold nature that we all are. And that learning how to find our loveliness, our beauty, our brilliance, our creativity, and especially our joy. This is what we are called to do so that we can live in our full potential, so that we can enjoy each day. So no matter what's happening around us, either within us in our world, that we can find our way through by practicing the principles that unity is teaching us, so that we're actually moving our thoughts. We're shifting them. We're shifting our beliefs. You know, oftentimes we believe something because we've just taken it on. We've picked it up. It may or may not even be factual, or somebody's told us. And we haven't spent our time looking through that belief. Well, is this the current version of myself? Or do I need to just toss that belief? And somebody else may impose their belief on us. But when we are truly living from our souls, when we're not afraid of the capacities that we're not yet embracing, that we're not yet expressing, and somebody tells us we're blank, whatever that blank is, and it's usually the thing we're most afraid of at the time, when somebody shares that with us, then we can go, oh, not me. Must be them. But it's not me. That doesn't fit with this current version of myself. And so we can simply move forward, in discovery. Wow, I wonder why they even thought that about me. But I don't need to put my time there. I wonder how I might nurture and support them. Or maybe I don't even want to. Maybe I just want to say, well, thank you. Because thank you completes a response, and simply move on. It's up to us. It's up to us to discover, to be in discovery, to be in wonder. It's up to us to choose joy. It's up to us to decide, how am I going to respond to this event in life? And am I willing to learn from it? So think back to what your belief was, your idea was a few moments ago. Are you willing to be in discovery? Are you willing to say, wow, what an interesting thing is happening to me? I want to explore this, but I want to do it from a place of true exploration. I want to bring my principle to this. I want to live joyously from my soul. I want to discover what's unconscious that is churning around in there that I can bring to consciousness to. And when I bring the consciousness to it, I can bring my love to it. I can bring my acceptance to it. I can bring my wisdom to it. And I can move on having the best day ever. So if you're interested in cultivating your life from your soul, I'll say this first, and I want you to just really hear it. If you're interested in doing this, then I'm going to ask you the second time. Just say it with me. I cultivate my oneness with Spirit. I turn within and I seek inner guidance. I answer the call to fully respond to the circumstances of life. I live in joy and love, knowing I have everything I need within me. If that sounds delightful and delicious to you, let's say it together. I cultivate my oneness with Spirit. I turn within and seek inner guidance. I answer the call to fully respond to the circumstances of my life. I live in joy and love, knowing I have everything I need within me. You have everything you need within you. Have fun using it. Elise is going to come and we're going to sing our way into meditation. Today, I invite you to just let the words permeate your soul. Let the words be a call to prayer for you.
Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. Whatever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I am, My heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go.
Here I am, open and receptive. Here I am, ready to explore life. Here I am. I am curious. I am delighted with life. I am open. I am present. I am the presence of God in this moment. I am present to others. I am willing. I am listening. I am open to possibility. I am responding to life. Let's take these thoughts into the sacred and holy silence. I am spirit, soul, body. I am one. I am whole. I am the wholeness of God in every cell of my body. I am the expression of God as I learn to live and move and have my being in what is true of me, the divine pattern of perfection, the image and likeness of God beingness. And as I do so, I can call upon all of the capacities of God to live joyously in my soul, to express my consciousness in alignment with my divinity and my divine nature. And I can pull from my divinity as I sit in meditation, as I sit in prayer, as I move in meditation, as I eat in meditation, as I be in understanding that I am divine and that God is always within me and always all around me, that every person I see is divine, and that they too are moving through this process of life, learning how to respond with ease to life. Hold that just a moment, and then we're going to come back to this time and this place, this now moment, this present time. as you bring your awareness back into this room, let's just say, I am a beloved expression of God. I am a beloved expression of God.
It's not every Sunday you get serenaded by a Disney princess over here. Can we give her another round of applause? We are abundantly blessed here at Unity of Mesa, and we have many ways you can give and contribute. You can visit our bookstore. We have some fun fall things for half off. You can put a cash or check donation in the red buckets all around the sanctuary. There's one back there. There's one here. I believe there's one over by the garden doors. You can text to give. There's that phone number. You dial or you text. Do we dial? Do we input that phone number and you'll get instructions, and it's very easy. You can mail in a check. You can use our Vanco giving app. You can go online to our website, unityofmesa.org. There are many ways, and we are forever grateful for the gifts, but we are mostly grateful for the givers. Thank you. And then we have to say the divine hour affirmation. I'll get this one of these days, you guys. Say it with me. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you. Da 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 da. Grew up in a small town. When the rain would fall down, I just stare out my window, dreaming of what could be. And if I'd end up happy, I would pray. Trying hard to reach out, but when I tried to speak out, felt like no one could hear me. Wanted to belong here, but something felt so wrong here, so I pray I could break away. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. Now, make a wish, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Out of the darkness and into the sun, but I won't forget the ones that I love. I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Da 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 da. Wanna feel the warm breeze, sleep under a palm tree, feel the rush of the ocean. Get on board a fast plane, travel on a jet plane far away. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. I'll make a wish, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Out of the darkness and into the sun, but I won't forget the place I come from. I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. away. Buildings with 100 floors, swinging around revolving doors. Maybe I don't know where they'll take me, but gotta keep moving on, fly away, break away. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly, though it's not easy to tell you goodbye. Take a risk, make a chance, make a change, and break away out of the darkness and into the sun. But I won't forget the place I come from. I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Break away. Break away.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we have two wonderful opportunities for expanding your spiritual energy. We have Healing Emphasis Yoga now on Friday evenings with Steve Swager. And these are gentle positions for any age, any physical condition. There's a optional guided meditation after the yoga, and it's a love offering basis. And then also on Saturdays is Qigong.
Who can explain Qigong?
Karen.
Karen can explain Qigong. Because what I know is you feel good. And that's probably not enough to explain Qigong.
And it's also gentle movements.
Yeah, they're all gentle. And Erica, can you take this back to Karen and then you can just hold on to that for yourself after? An official.
Qigong is a moving meditation so that you're moving your body and you're also in a deep meditation. So it's breathing in and moving. It's really wonderful.
And there you have it. That's what Qigong is all about. I can tell you about Prosperity's 10 Commandments, though, which starts on the 17th of October. It's 5 Monday nights based on Georgiana Tree West's book, Prosperity's 10 Commandments. It looks at the 10 Commandments that were set out in the Hebrew Scriptures, but it makes them and brings them alive so that they're relevant to our well-being, to that definition of prosperity, what I call 365 degrees. So our relationships, our finances, our career, our free time, our curiosities, the prosperity of all of that. The books are available in the bookstore. Our card reader is not functioning. We have one on order. It is coming. So as you go into the bookstore to either make your purchases of those fall items that are 50% off, or perhaps buy a copy of Prosperity's 10 Commandments, please breathe and move, do a little Qigong as you wait in line. Yep.
There will be new member classes coming up next Sunday. Two options. Next Sunday at 11:45 and the following Wednesday at 6:45 in the evening. And this is an opportunity to become a new member of Unity of Mesa. Only members can vote, and we do have an election coming up soon with our Board of Trustees. So I encourage you to join a new member class if you are not already a member.
Mm-hmm. Save the date, October 30th. Not only are we having Hippie Sunday in service, peace and love, baby. We are having an intergenerational event called Boo Bash. It is a chili cook-off. It is a costume contest. It is a trunk or treat. It's going to be more fun than I've ever had, I think, at Unity of Mesa, because I am new. Anyway, save that date, October 30th, and Miss Julie will be giving us more information as we get closer. To talk about the upcoming board elections, we have Erica Bowman.
Greetings. So I am the chairperson for the board elections this year. And every year we have possibly 1 to 2 people that roll off of the board after completing their 3-year term. And this year we have 2 openings. And so I am here to encourage you to go within and to decide whether or not this is yours to do. I know for me, I felt like this was mine to do this year. People had asked me in the past, and it wasn't mine to do. But if you are interested in contributing to this amazing church and this time of transformation, because it's a time of transformation and new beginnings, and it's a time for synergy and creativity, then I encourage you to do it. If you have any questions, all applications are due by this Thursday. I will be at the table outside. It's cooler now. Out the table outside to answer any questions. As you saw, there's other board members that are here today that are also available to answer any questions. But I encourage you, this time right now it's a beautiful time of transformation, and it's a beautiful time of affirming what we want to see as congregants in this community. It's our community. If you feel love, if you feel inspired, if you feel empowered, then bring that energy to the board. Thank you.
So hang on, we got a few more announcements. I know you're ready to run outside and ask Erica all her questions.
But you can get all the details and dates and times of all these events on our Things for You to Know page at unityofmesa.org. And as she said, we are going to have hospitality outside today. Yay! And there's an info table where you can also get information, and that's a place to sign up. And we are going to be doing new name tags. So people who wear name tags can, or want name tags, can sign up there to provide the information needed for their new name tag.
I would like to say, as one of your co-ministers, I would love for you to have a name tag. It's easier to make connections when people wear name tags, so please pick up one of those slips. And if you're online, email Lori at unityofmesa.org, and Lori will get one made up, and you can wear it when you're watching online. See, there's room for everybody. All souls are welcome here. We are having an interfaith event tomorrow night here in the sanctuary. So our final request, before I tell you and remind you that we have chaplains ready to pray with you, is at the end of service, after Elise finishes singing that last chorus of Breakaway, would you please pick up your chair and move it to the side? Oh, we're going to have 56 people here from our neighborhood celebrating interfaith. So thank you for your muscles. Thank you for your presence here today. We do have chaplains available. I'm going to invite the chaplains to stand up. We've got Delane available. We have John Groves. We have Sharon. And these 3 beautiful people are willing to hold all of your dreams, desires, your cares, and your concerns, not only in their heart, but we at Unity of Mesa continue to hold them for 30 days before sending them to Silent Unity. All right, I think move chairs, go to the bookstore, info table, name tags, find Erica. We're about ready to break away. So Elise, if you and Jenn can take us out.
Prayer for protection.
No, not take us out. Let's pray. The light of God surrounds us.
We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Buildings with 100 floors, swinging around revolving doors. Maybe I don't know where they'll take